Hello everybody, we're going to an animal rescue centre today, so that this will be on this video. But I wake up this morning, I'm all in favour of free speech, everybody knows that. I don't block trolls, I don't delete them. But what I do draw the line at is abusing people who subscribe to me, or maybe they don't subscribe to me and they're good enough to comment on my video and join the conversation, and then getting crap like this. On my last video about the online bullying, and I feel very strongly about online bullying, so anyone who wants to come on my channel and try it, fine, you're going to have your voice given to you. I have a very nice lady called Brenda. I won't say her full name, but anybody can go on the bullying video, go to the newest comments, scroll down and you'll see Brenda's comment. She's using her free speech and she's been full on attacked by what I consider a troll. And Steve Williams, if you don't think you're a troll, don't behave like a troll. She said, "These posts from your troll sound like rambling rage of mental illness, in my opinion." Fair enough comment. I mean, I'm not sure if anybody thinks that Charlie Hayes is all there in the head. Then she gets this troll on her case, Steve Williams. "That's pretty disgusting to associate someone's comment to someone with mental health issues. You do realise that many people suffer with mental health and are not running around the streets rocking in corners. Small-minded people like you are what's wrong with this country. I have PTSD from my service in the military. Does that make me as you quoted?" Well, Brenda hasn't said any of those things. None at all. Nobody has. Nobody said that. No one's laughing at PTSD. Brenda replied, "You get upset because I made an observation that was based in my experience. You amplified my words and attributed to me things that are not in my comment." Very well said, Brenda. I can't agree with you more there. I replied to Brenda, "Don't worry. I'm screenshotting this ridiculous attack on you. Steve Williams is a troll." Then Steve Williams says, "Brenda, no, I didn't call you out for immoral comment you made," whatever that means. And I've replied, "I have never, ever mocked PTSD, ever. You behave like a troll. You're attacking my subs. Fuck off and find your manners." Now, this is what I said on my YouTube video, because Steve obviously doesn't have clear ears, nothing to do with mental health. I never mocked anybody with PTSD. I said that if I see someone who's clearly disturbed on the pavement, I'm not qualified, I'm not educated, I'm going to give them a wide berth. And people who troll and behave badly on the internet do the same with them. Well, let's have a listen and see what I actually said. They are, because they do it for a multitude of reasons. Try and imagine that you're walking down the street in a shopping centre and you see a poor disturbed soul who's sort of a poor disturbed soul, an imaginary friend, spitting, maybe weeing themselves in public, and think to yourself how you do deal with that. You kind of give them a wide berth. That's what I do, because you don't know if they bite or how disturbed they are. Because some do. Got serious problems. I do stop and talk to homeless people on the street all the time and say to them, "What do you want from the shop? You know, do you want food? Do you want drink? Or do you just want the money?" But sometimes I see souls that are just disturbed, and I can see that I'm not qualified or educated enough to deal with them, and I don't know what their trauma is. Right? Poor souls. I'm not educated or qualified to deal with them. In what way is that laughing at ex-vets with PTSD? Answer me that, Steve Williams. In what way is that? And then I get this particularly foul comment from him. What's made me really angry is him attacking Brenda. Don't come on my channel attacking people like that. You can attack me. Don't you ever come on my channel and attack people. He says, "I'm far from a troll, madam." Really? Well, you're behaving like a troll. Screenshot away. What good do you think they will do you? Well, I'm going to show everybody, and they're not just screenshots. I actually take a photograph of the comment on another phone, because a screenshot can be edited, it can be falsified. You can see my reflection in the the picture that I take of Graham's phone. "You have mocked people with mental health." No, I have not. You are not going to go out there and say that I have done something that I have not, and Brenda has not done that either. Even though one of your associates, TC, I assume they're talking about Trevor Coult, also suffers PTSD. I've never taken the piss out of Trevor Coult either, so don't go there. You project from simple questions asked. What questions? You haven't asked me any questions, Steve Williams. Or are you talking about Charlie Hayes and the other trolls who keep saying, "Where did the money go? Drop bear, drop bear." Sadie, Is that what you're talking about? But you're not a troll, you're not part of that. I won't answer questions. If I was a troll, I would be commenting on multiple channels, but I haven't. I don't know what you get up to, Steve Williams, and I don't care. Don't come on my channel attacking my subscribers or people good enough to comment, or people who have actually commented and said they have suffered from online bullying from cunts like you. I don't believe I have ever commented on anything you have posted before. Your underhanded, sly threats don't scare me when I have faced eye to eye the true enemy in combat. You, madam, are ridiculous. Is this the first time you've been linked to a scam? Right, so you will make what you will of that. And if Trevor Colt sees this, I'm not qualified to deal with people with PTSD. I have no experience or education. Don't go on YouTube, Steve Williams. You don't go on YouTube. If you've got PTSD or you've got mental health issues, and you probably do, go and get professional help. Contact Trevor Colt. He will put you in touch with charities. I am sorry, I'm not here to deal with people with PTSD. I'm not here to deal with people with mental illness. I am not qualified. Don't you ever come on my channel again and attack my subscribers, because you will be called out. Now, let's go see the animals. So this place is very interactive with the animals. Quite often the animals are wandering around, apart from the crocodiles and lions and tigers. But they are getting a lion out in a minute, baby lion. And as I understand it, this place is a rescue centre. People buy exotic pets and they get caught by the Guardia Civil, and the Guardia Civil bring them here because Spain is not their natural habitat. And they are vets and stuff and specialists, and they make them better, and then they spend a lot of money taking them back to the country they belong to. So it's a charity here. We fully support this place. It's wonderful. It's one of the wonderful things the Guardia Civil are involved in. What's his name?
Karan. Ay.
Yes. And do you handle them when they're much bigger?
Separated for 4 months. So we take the babies, and when they have about
There you go, Duchess. Got some kangaroos. I think they're very small kangaroos. The wallabies.
Oh, he's got business all over his... Oh, you naughty, look at that. No, that's really naughty. Straight in my handbag. Now all the other goats are jealous.
Oh.
He looks very grumpy.
If we stay still, they won't see us.
So, hello fellow YouTubers today, and those of you that have suffered online bullying and have commented on the last video. I am so happy that it made you happy and feel less alone. Firstly, I'd like to say hello to Chelsea Girl, lovely lady on the comments. I don't know what you were upset about the other day. She was upset someone had been bullying her online, and I did reach out to her and say, I hope you're all right. I really do hope you're all right. And I said, feel free to rant away here on my channel and tell me all about it. I don't mind. You just spill it all out. But she said, no, I don't want to burden you. It's not a burden. And anyone who's watching this, it's not a burden. If people suffer online bullying, I think it's a very, very serious subject, as is PTSD, genuine PTSD. What I won't tolerate on my channel are my subscribers or viewers or strangers who come on who are genuinely participating in it. I won't tolerate this sort of shit from Charlie Hayes. Charlie, honestly, I've got to say, I think you're not very well. I'm not a professional or anything, but I've seen one particular thread on that last video, 44 comments, and you are full of ranting lunacy, absolute lunacy. You claim you're best friends with Yankee Wally. Why aren't you in touch with her on a daily basis on WhatsApp, like me and Duchess Dropbear are? Why aren't you in touch with her in the real world? If you're such, and you say you're multi-millionaire, all these weird tactics, having a go at Montecito Royale. I've seen all that foul stuff. That is absolutely disgusting. It's too long to even read out on a video. I have never received a penny from anybody on YouTube. Not a penny. And I know that Duchess Dropbear has not received a penny. And all you are doing is hurting Wally. And I know you the camp you come from is not Wally. You're not a friend of Wally's. And you claim you're from some group on, I don't know, some other social media. Now, as far as Twitter is concerned, because I think that's enough attention for Charlie, Charlie's actually going to be blocked as of today. I've had enough. He's attacking friends, well, not friends, not people I've ever met, but people on the YouTube who are good people. He's being vile, threatening. I'm still pretty confident I know exactly who this person is, because it sort of fits in with a certain type of lunacy, if you know what I mean. Charlie, you need help, mate. You really do. You need to go and see a psychiatrist. As for the other trolls, they're actually fairly harmless. There was another lady, I think she was a sugar, but I was nice with her, and she sort of said, "Oh, I'm really sorry," and I think she's actually going to email me some stuff, because she feels kind of bad for having been involved in all that, and now having seen all this crap and this weirdness that goes on. I'm so sorry to Montecito Royale you were exposed to any of that, but I am going to block Charlie today, because to post 44 comments on one particular as a reply to one comment, that's really weird. That's really weird. And call it, I'm a burglar, I'm a con artist, I'm this, I'm not answering questions. No, I'm not going to answer any questions to strangers on the internet who pop up and threaten and say, "Oi, scammer, answer me this and tell me that." No, I don't. And don't you do it. Don't you ever give in to bullies on the internet. That sort of weird behaviour, because I think when they're mentally ill, I don't think the internet's a good place for them to be, actually. And I will report them to YouTube, and I'll send the screenshots to Jack Mallon as well on LinkedIn. You can all contact Jack Mallon, by the way. He is on LinkedIn. You look him up, Jack Mallon, YouTube Communications, up he pops. You can send him that. If you feel you've been harassed on my channel, I read every single comment. I normally get notifications. Just tell me, say, "Can you please block and delete this person?" And I'll do that, because it's all very well for me to say I'll take this heat. I don't expect any of you to take this level of abuse, and it is continual abuse. Hayes and a couple of his other crankies, I think it's the same person probably, it's all about money, 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 money. There's no money changing hands. Nobody's exchanging money. They're nutters. They're nutters. It's one thing getting into one with someone who is wants a debate and has genuine questions. It's quite another when people say the dead opposite of what someone's either said on a YouTube video or in a comment. That's something else, and that's not free speech. And free speech also comes hand in hand with good manners, okay? So if you open a comment or reply to someone calling them names, that's not good manners. That's very bad manners. Yeah, Twitter. I know there are a lot of good people on Twitter. There must be. I got to have some belief in humanity. But any of you good people out there that are out there, my advice is get off Twitter. Get off it. Twitter is a public service. It's the sewers of the internet. That's where the trolls live and belong. Now, I live in Spain and we have cockroaches in the drains, but I don't lift the manhole and jump down to check on them or get involved with them. I know they're there. That's a public service, the drains, and that's where they live. And that's what Twitter is. That's so it keeps the rest of the internet clean. And we can't have that sort of nonsense on YouTube. It's far too high class compared to Twitter. I'm sorry if people like Twitter. I think you're crazy if you like Twitter. Well, not crazy like, you know, certain people, but I think it's a mad place. I think it's horrible. It's microblogging. Anybody can set up a Twitter account. It's a lot more involved with YouTube, especially if you create a few videos of your own. You can't just then go and set up a few fake personas. And to the majority of you, the 99.9% lovely, lovely people watching the video, thank you very much for all your comments. I do read every single one. That's why I put a heart and a like on every single comment, so you know I've read it. And I don't just go down going bit, bit, bit. I actually read them, and I reply to some of them if you've asked me questions. I'm not going to answer questions from lunatics or strangers or trolls who say, give me your bank details. Why won't you give me your bank details? If you don't give me your bank details, you're a scammer. Why don't you give... One person said, how are people supposed to answer your question when you don't give your home address and email and personal details? Well, in the comments section, which everybody else did. No, I will not be giving out my home address or my personal telephone number. And I don't suppose Wally will, and I don't suppose Duchess Trotbear will. But what we will do is we will continue to start exposing you all, because you're nasty little trolls. Whether you like or hate Meghan Markle is becoming irrelevant, really, isn't it? It's how you behave. Would you walk up to someone in the street and say that? So I dare say you get a split on the lip. Anyway, there's a bit more of this to come. It was lovely going to that place today with all the animals. And I will see you soon. Okay, so I don't have to shout because I've got Graham's microphone on. Yeah, the guy that said he had PTSD, the troll this morning, was Steve Williams, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Well, the name that I said at the beginning of this video, I think it was Steve Williams. Trevor Colt actually reached out to you. You didn't really want to talk to him or engage with him. I guess he's the sort of person it's quite hard to bullshit him. I've got a question, Steve Williams. What were your first three or what were your last three? Anyone who's been in the military would be pissing themselves laughing right now. Answer that question. What were your first three? Just give me the first three. All right, give me the last three.
No, the first three.
First three. Okay, first three. Yeah, give me the first three. Okay, and another commenter, I don't know if who this lady is, but Karen Cartwright on the bullying video did ask me a couple of questions. I'm curious as to why you get so mad at these questions. She's referring to Charlie. Why are you so mad for? So I'm curious as to why you get so mad at these questions. Charlie Hayes has never been asking me questions, just throwing insult after insult after insult. So I replied to her, what questions? I've been called a burglar, con artist and a bunch of other names for risking my channel to give Yankee Wally a voice. I've never asked for any money. I've never received any money. I'm not going to give a crazed loon my home address, private mobile number or my bank details. What part of that don't you understand? I'm sorry to be rude, Karan. It's Karan, K-A-R-A-N, Cartwright. You've got to be stupid. I'm sorry. You've got to be stupid if you can't see what the problem is. And also, in the last video, I didn't get mad at all. Far from it. And I'll just find the other sort of strange comment that this person said. Oh, they don't see Charlie Hayes' behaviour as bullying. I see it as asking questions. So, Karen Cartwright, when Charlie Hayes says, hi burglar, hi con artist, what's your scam? How much money have you had? You don't think those are insulting things? I haven't received any money, and I've said that repeatedly. So what questions have I refused to answer? I've answered all of them. I've received some information this afternoon, which is strictly confidential because it's in the big wheel of things and it's all going to come out. And I'm all the more convinced I know who Charlie Hayes is. I haven't changed my mind actually from the last video. And I think you can probably all guess who I think it is. And if I am right, she's a lot more dangerous than anybody realised. And also says, when is Wally getting her tube back? Why is this all taking so long? This is all from Karen Cartwright. Well, I don't know. I'm not Wally's keeper. Duchess Dropbear is not Wally's keeper. These people are sugars. And I've also received some information this afternoon that there is an account. I'm familiar with the name of the Twitter account only because Wally talked about it years ago and referred to it as an ally. And at the time, I think I'm going back about 3 years, I thought, when I was on the exercise bike, I thought, not too sure about that. And some information I've received this afternoon, as that name's come up again. I hadn't heard that name in about 3 years. And again, I'm thinking, ooh, these are long time sleepers. But the Charlie Hayes, I think I'm going to go and have a cup of hot tea, actually, to Whew, get over all this Charlie Hayes bit. Anyway, it's anyone's guess, isn't it? Have a guess. Have a guess, guys. And again, if you feel bullied online, don't ever feel alone. I'm right here. I'm right with you. Okay? I do not like online bullies. I can't imagine what sort of crazed mind would go out on the internet and have a go at complete strangers. Don't ever feel suicidal. Ever. Ever. They're not worth it. They're really not. They're not worth toilet paper. Thank you for listening.
Separated for 4 months. So we take the babies, and when they have about